So within the first earlier years of my video game consumption and video game media consumption, there's always been two genres of video games I would always gravitate myself towards to anytime I went into GameStop or any Best Buy that was around my town. And the two genres in question were always military shooters or stealth action video games. If you got those two genres in one game, holy shit, my tiny little boy juices would be squirting and leaking all over that Extreme X Rocker gaming chair. The one with the speakers on the headrest that peaked anytime there was a bass boost in a soundbite on a video game. I want you to be mine again, baby. I know my lifestyle is crazy. Holy shit. What a time. The time when having a projector inside of your house as main TV consumption meant you were rich. Around this time in my life, I was mostly sporting around an Xbox 360, an original Xbox, and a PlayStation 2. But before we get into it, a little side tangent, a little side quest if you must. What was that must have been the wind type shit? You feel me, cuh?
Must have been the wind.
So this was around the time Ubisoft just dropped their first trailer for Blacklist, and I think it was Double Agent and Conviction were kind of overshadowing the older games in the franchise, mostly because these were the newest games, the most recent games in the franchise. And anytime I would ask a store clerk around a game store, were there any new military shooters or new stealth games that have recently come out, they would either point me in the direction of Conviction or Double Agent. Now, anytime they would show me these game cases, I was always thinking they were a fucking mobile game, because look at the goddamn game cases. This does not look like quality. And anytime they would describe this shit to me, it would always sound like they didn't know what the hell these games were. It was either these are stealth action games by heart with some military shooter elements, or these were military shooter games by heart with some stealth elements. I would never get a straight answer, so I would never buy the games, and I would always overlook them with other games. Alright, sorry my niggas, I'm gonna be whispering a little bit. It's almost 2 in the morning and everybody's asleep. So around this time, I was mostly playing Ghost Recon, Deus Ex, the 3 Thief games, and Hitman. So I kind of had a big expectation with certain video games that I liked. And when I say military shooters, I really mean realistic milsims, like borderline realistic milsims. Any other games that wouldn't feature hardcore milsim types gameplay, it would automatically get off of my list of games. But I still do remember the time that I got Splinter Cell in my hands and actually considered playing it for the first time. And it was around the time my dad gave me his PlayStation 3 after graduating gunsmithing school. And after setting everything up and playing a few games that my dad had lying around, my dad came over to me a few hours later and told me his friend had a few games for me that he didn't want anymore. So the next day we go over to my dad's friend's house, and we were there for an hour and a half, and I hated every minute of it. Longest porno I ever shot. But when my dad and my dad's friend were done talking, probably about crack cocaine and fucking hookers and making child porn, I don't know what they were doing back then, but when they were done talking, my dad's friend gave me, I think it was 10 games, and the 3 games that I distinctively remember him giving me were Uncharted 1, 2, and 3, and I think it was Skate 1 and Skate 2, and of course, the Splinter Cell trilogy. I just realized that this intro is going to be way too fucking long. Let's just get into it. I I think the biggest thing that everybody, myself included, are most scared of when we think of Ubisoft remaking Splinter Cell is microtransactions and agendas that are force-fed down your throat every 20 minutes when you're playing the campaign. I'm not gonna lie, if they do race swap Anna Grimsdottir to be a fucking zipperhead and Lambert to be a dirty ass white guinea, I don't give a shit. Just don't have shitty, crappy, tranny, queer dialogue during levels. Have the same fucking dark humor that is related to what's going on in the fucking level itself. I don't know, I just don't want to hear Anna Grimsdottir talking to Sam Fisher while he's on a mission, talking about how she just pissed out her surgically put on cock when she was researching something for the mission, and Lambert describing how he got fucking treated like a Papua New Guinean hooker 20 minutes before doing the mission. Imagine it like this. Imagine Grimsdottir is talking to Sam on a mission, describing how she was raped and fucking, I don't know, treated like a rag doll when she was younger by her stepdad, and then immediately saying, yeah, that's why I use they them pronouns now. And then over here we got Lambert describing how he got a fucking sounding rod shoved up his peener hole in 3rd grade when he was 10 years old. Like, what the fuck was it? What is it gonna be the comedic outcome to that? Sam saying groovy? Like, take these old dialogue clips from the older games and tell me that this wouldn't be better than whatever the fuck I described.
Work, Sam. That shut down the magnetic locks on the windows. Hey, wait a minute. Power spike. The lobby. It looks like a laser grid just came online.
Lasers. Lasers are so...
90s?
I was gonna say 70s. Can you please stop making me feel old?
Got bad news for you, Sam. You are old.
My point is that...
Good work, Sam. Now you'll be able to access the central server on the 1st floor.
This wireless stuff makes life a lot easier.
Yep. Welcome to the Wi-Fi era.
Remember, you're saying that to a guy from the era of hi-fi.
Hi-fi? As in, like, high in fiber?
Don't put me in adult undergarments yet, kid.
Heads up for you from Grim.
We're going to be losing touch in a second. There must be copper coils or some kind of grid ahead of you. The refinery proper is a dead signal hole. Good luck with your airplane, pilot.
We're going to be out of contact as long as you're underground.
I'll try not to get too lonely.
This looks like a touchy mission. Brunton is coordinating with local intelligence.
Mossad?
Even better, Shin Bet.
Spooky. Who are we torturing?
Just you.
I'm not here to add to your troubles. Are you badly hurt?
No. I'm living, I think. You are?
I'm from the phone company. There's been a recall.
What?
I'm gonna need to take your telephone. I haven't been in the field in years.
Sure. But tradecraft is something you don't forget. It's like riding a bike.
Or wearing high heels.
Oh no, Zerkazy. That's exactly what I didn't want to see.
Zerkazy? Is that some kind of dried meat?
He's probably the best computational theorist in the world. He worked with Morgenholt on Project Watson. Word is he's gone off his nut.
Sounds like bad guy material to me.
And then now on to the next thing we're going to be talking about that shouldn't even be a fucking scare in the first place for a single player game is microtransactions. Like, having microtransactions in a single player video game should be fucking illegal. And I don't know why Ubisoft has been putting microtransactions in their single-player, primarily single-player video games like Assassin's Creed and fucking Far Cry. When I open my single-player video game for the first time, I don't want to see story, load game, continue game, and then just store right under it. Then there's a fucking what's new on like the corner right of the screen, where there's discounted echelon points or sell credits. And then right under it, there's a new fucking cosmetic for Sam Fisher in the campaign, where you can make him look like a fucking tutu tiara looking bitch. Then right under that, there's like new maps for the campaign mode, so you can have more content and more experiences in the remake. Why would anybody want that in their single player video game? Like, I know this new DLC for the game I'm playing right now is like 40% off on the fucking game store, but I don't want pop-ups every single time I open up the goddamn game menu. Like, when a game company just puts pop-in ads for new DLC for like a BDSM map in the single-player game they made, that's how you know that a company does not give a shit about their fans nor the fucking products they make. What do we think? I'm going to be talking about the stealth and the movement that I would like to see in the new remake. I definitely do think the opinions that I have on how the movement should be in the new remake is definitely going to stir a little something in the Splinter Cell community. So me and this little black boy should have the opinion to think that the new movement style of conviction and blacklist should be implemented into this new Ubisoft Splinter Cell remake. Can I get an amen? I definitely do think that stealth should relatively stay the exact same as the older games, as Double Agent, Chaos Theory, Pandora Tomorrow, and Stealth Action Redefined. Definitely take out a lot of the stealth elements from Conviction and Blacklist. I definitely know somebody's going to be going into the comment section before hearing me out and going, well, on the contrary, me and my caked on turkey fingies are going to be telling you what's up, what are we? I'm here to tell you guys this. The stealth affected the movement in Blacklist and Conviction. Not all of it, but it was definitely influenced. Most of it was part of the level design. And get this crazy thing, but the level design and the stealth also do affect the movement of a video game. Take out detection meters and just put in a 2-stage alert phase. Based most of the stealth around sound and shadows like it was in the old games. Put in a few missions where if you get alerted, the mission ends, and if you kill people, the mission ends, and if anybody finds any guards that are knocked out, the mission ends. I'm not talking about most missions, but just a very select few missions should have this element into it. They already confirmed that they're not going to be putting in open world, and it is going to be a linear game, but I'm just going to put it in here. Have it as a linear game, not open world. And this one's fucking retarded. Have the missions be set at night or sunset or sunrise. Stop making it so obvious that we can climb this pole, we can go into this grate, and we can climb on this truck to get to the roof. Don't make all that shit so obvious. Put in the split jump again. I know I said I wanted to have Conviction and Blacklist movement, but leave out the cover system. But that's really the only gripe I have about the movement from the newer games. I think a lot of people are going to be angry at me about what I'm about to say, just like in the last topic, but I think the customization from Blacklist should come back into this new remake. Yeah, sue me. What are you gonna do? Gonna eat my bunions? Please take a chunk off. It's like I'm walking around with caramel corn in my fucking shoes all day. I don't know. I just kind of like the idea of fucking with Sam's outfit and just kind of changing some things around, like customizing the boots, changing out the boots, changing out the pants, changing out the torso, fucking with the lights on your goggles, changing out your goggles. I thought it was a neat idea. It's definitely something that I would like to see in the remake, but if it's not in the remake, it's kind of just whatever. What I would also like to see is the utilization of gadgets. Gadgets in the newer games just kind of, they're prevalent. You can use them, but you don't really need to, and there's not really a need to use them. In the older games, you don't have to, but it was a little bit more heavily implied that you do use gadgets in the older games. I have no idea what kind of it's funny fuckery they were doing to Blacklist and Conviction, where the gadgets in those games didn't feel as impactful as the older games, but I would definitely like to feel like gadgets actually had a use in this new remake. And bring back that little fucking directional EMP on Sam's 5.7. I don't know why Ubisoft took that shit out and they replaced it with a real fucking EMP device. You threw that shit and the entire vicinity just completely combusts. Everybody around you is just kind of running around, tripping over Ghost Rider branded sounding fighting kits and dildos. And also, the fucking directional EMP on Sam's 5.7 was just a distraction tool and a tool for you to create new shadows so you can move through faster without having to take out a light permanently. And also, if you took out a light permanently, guards were a little bit more skittish when they found out that the light was completely taken out. So not only did it serve 2 purposes, but it also served 3 purposes. Before we go into the final round, I don't know why Ubisoft decided to do this, where you can just kind of go full Ghost Recon in fucking Splinter Cell, but bring back the SC-20K and 5.7. Don't let us just kind of customize and switch out certain guns between missions. That's fucking retarded. Why? It worked in the older games, why couldn't it have worked in the newer games? So dumb, so fucking stupid, I don't know why. Just stick with the SC-20 and the fucking 5.7. Make the new game feel like the old games.